you're wrong.
Well, here we go. It's me, Jeremy Parrish, and this is not Gintendo but Ginesis, because I'm drinking gin, but playing on Sega Genesis, not the Super NES or NES or something. And I see people are already complaining about that. Armando Castrita says, Genesis, this branding madness has to stop, Jeremy. But see, I'm rolling it into the same bucket of gin as Gintendo. See, this is stream 24, even though it's actually the first time I've done a Genesis. So, it's all good. And then someone asks, is this a Super NES version? Well, no. That's why this is called a Genesis stream. There you go. Super shirt. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so anyway, they announced a new Bubsy game a few days ago, because E3 is that time of year when everything makes you sad, and all your dreams are destroyed. Anyway, it looks like someone has dredged up the Accolade brand for whatever reason, and this is what we're stuck with. Bubsy being remade. Look how wacky and random that is. Cheese Wheels of Doom. Anyway, yeah, Bubsy was kind of like this, I guess you'd call it a Sonic the Hedgehog. Not so much clone, but desperate wannabe. Yeah, he's a furry animal, not a marsupial like Sonic. He's got that same kind of like weird momentum, inertia thing going on. See, when he moves just a little bit, it's kind of awkward. When he moves a lot, he starts to take off after a few seconds. His feet turn into a little spinning disc, and there's guys to jump on. Oh, and the controls are so slippery. Man, it's been a long freaking time since I played this game. You know, I bought into the hype for this game back when I was a kid, back in the Super NES days, and I bought it. I traded in probably much better games to Funko through mail order and bought a used copy of it. It probably took me like 4 games to be able to work up the credit for that. And I tried to convince myself that I liked it, but I didn't. I just couldn't get into it. So here we are, years later, and it's time for a reckoning. And every button jumps. That's all he can do, he just jumps. And I'm trying to get the bananas, but I can't get the bananas. But there is a hidden spring, because this game wants to be Sonic. Yes, it does. One of those yarn balls is flashing. See, he collects yarn balls instead of rings because he's a cat! It's funny! Oh, I got the bananas. Oh, I see, it makes me skid out of control, so I guess I don't want the bananas. It's been a long time since I've played this, bear with me. There's... oh! Did I just die? Really? That's it? But that looked like a place where I could, you know, explore. Alright, let's look more closely. So, this is not a place where I can explore? No, it is. I just have to avoid the manhole, I guess. There we go. Boy, that is questionable. Gotta time it just right under the manhole? So anyway, yeah. I'm gonna play this until I decide that I hate life. Can I look down? I can look down. I don't want to go down here, I guess. There's a mason jar full of water. Ooh, that was nice. Oh! Bubsy, what are you doing? There you go. Yeah, this has that kind of, like, sort of exploratory platformer design where it feels like you can run around to a lot of different places, but I'm not sure if it actually means anything. What happens if I keep going down? What happens? What happens, Bubsy? Yeah, there's just more stuff. So there's like an entire level down here. but it doesn't feel like a real space. I guess that's what bugs me about this kind of game. I assume that's a water chute that takes me out, so I will go over here, drop down, and there's another manhole. Who even knows where these things go to? It's just blind luck, because that is my favorite way to play a video game. Flailing blindly, like a cat stuck on a water chute. Oh, and I'm back to the beginning. Or someplace close to the beginning. Oh, I see. It's got the like the cartoon fighting thing when you jump on a guy. That's great. I don't know. I feel like there's some personality to this game. It's not necessarily a personality I like, but they did at least try. It's kind of like a Rob Schneider personality. Like maybe trying a little too hard, guys. Trying a little too hard to make everyone love you. This is no Sonic, I will say that. Why are those dudes just standing around? Why don't they attack? Why don't they move? Are they so enamored of their yarn that they just stand there sticking their tongues out at me? I don't know. I do know that Hideo Kojima must have been heavily inspired by this game. Look at those question marks, or exclamation points, sorry. Do I get bonuses for doing that? I guess I do. Oh! Weird controls. Yes, this game was a direct inspiration to Metal Gear Solid, and I won't have anyone tell me otherwise. Also, the way you move along the cliffs kind of reminds me of Strider, except not as good. Too bad. I can't duck down and look down here. Oh well. I guess that's a hole, a pit. I don't want to die. Oh, you can tell it's a Ginesis game, because look at that dithering effect. That banded curtain of lattices, no alpha transparencies here. Oh, there we go with the water chute again. Alright, I'll take a good running jump and consign myself to fate. Okay, he's comically freaked out by the fact that he's gonna go for a water ride. And for some reason a shoe just kicked me back. Man, there's a lot happening in this one stage. We've gone from just like a little village, to a water chute, to these caves, and apparently, as long as I hit a character while I'm in motion, they die. But I cannot jump down through a platform. That's good to know. I will say that I prepared for this stream by spending a little time before I played with an even worse platformer, if you can believe that. There's a certain degree of competence to Bubsy, but I just recorded footage for my next NES World video, and it was a hack, and not an official hack, but a legitimately commercially released hack of a game that was a hack of a pirated game. Not a pirated game, a bootleg, third-party unlicensed game. Someone asked me to create a video about a controversial topic, and so I am creating a video on none other than LA Cop Miss Peach World for Famicom. Did that kill me? Wow. Wow. Oh, and I missed the gumball machine of death. I feel like I'm really missing out here. All these yarn balls had better be giving me something. I guess they're giving me extra lives, because I just noticed that Bubsy has 9 lives. Anyway, the controls and physics on this game feel pretty good compared to LA Cop Miss Peach World, so I will at least say that for it. Oh, what are these secret? Okay. There's a lot happening in this stage, and I don't know that it's necessarily good, but for some reason I'm defying gravity. What was that? Right. So I guess I didn't die, I just lost out on the bonus. Alright, down we go. So obviously this week there's, E3 happening, which is why I'm trying to do streams every single day this week, relevant to recent and new E3 announcements when possible. And oh, there we go. Back to the old treadmill. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so because E3 is happening... Oh, that was not good. I thought maybe there was something to explore. Because E3 is happening, I will be pausing occasionally in this stream. I guess maybe after every level to, I don't know, to check out the stream chat and chat with you guys. Maybe do a little Q&A or something regarding stuff at E3. So feel free to spam the chat with questions or interesting comments, and I'll try to... Whoa! Nice try, buddy. I'll try to do something with that. How come those cars weren't there before? What's happening here? I feel like this whole world is chaotic and shifting. Nothing is predictable. And I've already done this. I don't need to do it again. Is there more to it than that? Right, well, I guess I just make a big jump. Oh, there we go. A blind leap. Everyone loves that. Banana peels. I don't know what that was. What is it? Was that a continue? Really? Really? After every level in a Bubsy game. Sounds good. See you tomorrow. Yeah, these levels are really big. Like, expansively big. Huge levels. The best levels. Actually, not the best levels. Pardon my hyperbole. What's in here? Oh, right, that. Alright, I'm gonna take the high road. I don't mean, like, morally, I just mean in terms of, like, the physics of the stage. Where... Really? Really? I thought cats were supposed to be able to fall from incredible heights. Now that is just cheap. What the hell kind of Sonic ripoff is it if you can't leap for the glorious heights and test your luck? Okay, well, I'm definitely grinding through lives here. Not necessarily in a good way. There we go. Oh, I got some sort of red orb. Shiny red. Oh my god, what was that? That was probably a 2-up hump over there. But you know what? I don't care. Well, let's see if I can grab it. Let's get the continue, and go for it! Oh, what happened? Oh no! So, that was a net of 1 life. Alright, but I did have the sense to do the checkpoint in advance. Oh, and here we go. Another... yeah. Good times ahead. What was the black shirt? Was that like Lives Down or something? I mean, I know what a black shirt is, you know, in terms of hacking, but what is it in terms of Bubsy mechanics? Oh, and then the sympathy... Really? My god. Oh, someone says I can hold the jump button to glide and survive big falls that way. But I feel like that drop right there cannot be survived no matter what. Oh, look, there we go. What a gormless expression on his face. He looks like a character out of, what do you call it? That... Oh, god dang it, Bubsy. What's that webcomic? The one with the boo face. Bew. Control-Alt-Delete, that's it. Yes, that's what he looks like. Good times here. Loving me some quality game design. So what do I have to do to trigger that stupid bird? Actually, can I go down? What happens if I go down the... Whoa! This is the first stage, and already... Ha ha ha! Oh, frickin'. I'm just gonna glide around, I think. That's the only way to play. Okay, he's dead. Now, I glide down, kill that jackass. Suck it, buddy. I do like, at least, that when you respawn, the hazards that you died against, or that you've defeated, are at least taken out. So I guess there are 2 jump buttons, because one of them gives me a glide and one of them does not. It looks like the glide function is a lower jump. I feel like that is overly complicated. And what's up with these banana peels? Like, what's... Oh, is that it? Huh? Huh? Alright, it's time for some gin and some stream chat. Cool. My yarn count is now 444. Number 4 is cursed in Japanese, because you can pronounce it the same way as the word for death. That seems appropriate, so I'm going to press a button. Forbidden Plummet. I think that's supposed to be a pun on Forbidden Planet. But you know what? I don't care. Pause. So, what's up, stream chat? Okay, let's see. Why are you doing this to yourself? Because, I don't know. I figure I'll bounce back eventually. Bubsy, the Dark Souls of mascot platformers. Oh, Jesse Eubanks says, black shirt lets you not get hit by enemies. You're not invincible. You can still fall in water and get killed by spikes and whatnot, but you don't die if you run into an enemy. Filmish Dog wants to know who reformed Accolade for the new Bubsy. They mentioned it in the news, but I've deliberately forgotten the name. Let's see. Christopher Raza says there's a Jaguar exclusive Bubsy game that's even worse. I do not have a Jaguar, so we're safe. Let's see. Paul S. says the second Bubsy game had less ambitious levels and nerf product placement. Nick Saunders says Bubsy was one of the first games I played and I knew it was bad then. Sonico Karuto says this V game seems not so cool. Alright. So, yeah. There you go. Everyone seems to be in agreement. This game is poopy. But I did get to continue, which I'm going to need soon because there are so many cheap deaths in this game. Alright, Springy Tree, send me into the stratosphere. I've run out of pithy things to say. Now I'm just going. Oh! Eat hell. This game really punishes you for basically doing anything, for existing, for playing it. You want to jump? You'll die. You want to jump on a bad guy? Apparently you'll die. You want to fall after you jump? You'll die. Want to run? Oh, you'll die. They had all those super hilarious death animations and said, alright, we gotta justify all the money we put into creating these death animations. That is prioritization, friends. Well, my yarn count is no longer cursed. It is merely 25. Okay, well, right out of things to say about Bubsy, so I'll talk about the Gen. I always try to pair Gen appropriately with the games I play, and in this case, I have paired this terrible video game with a very good Gen. Although there is a little bit of sadness about that too, because it was the final swig, I guess, the final serving of this particular Gen. Oh, come on. hilarious. I am having the Kino B Kyoto Dry Gin that I picked up when I was in Japan back in February, and it is now gone. There's no more left after I finish this glass. But it is a very good gin, and it is from Japan. This is not a good platformer, and it is not from Japan, so I thought I would balance things out. Okay, this is the only way to travel. Yeah, so Kino B and a little tonic, a little Fever Tree tonic. It's very good. It's a very smooth, mild gin. It has a lot of, like, I can sense a lot of different flavors in it, taste a lot of different flavors, but nothing really stands out as the dominant taste, which is nice. What is that? Will that kill me if I run into it? Probably, because this game is like that. Anyway, yeah, Kino B, which means the beauty of seasons in Japanese. You know, it's a gin, so you can definitely taste the little juniper. And then it has like kind of a lemony flavor. I don't know, it's very mild. The flavor is very complex. Like I said, no single element of the flavor stands out, which is always nice in a gin. I mean, sometimes it's nice to have a gin where there's a single flavor and you're like, oh yes, this is the, you know, whatever gin. This is the gin that tastes like cinnamon or coriander. But sometimes it's nice to have a balanced gin. This is very well balanced. So if you could ever find it, I highly recommend it. The problem is that it's made in Japan only, and they've only been selling it for like 6 months. And if you can find it at a Western importer, it's going to be very expensive. So you really have to want it. But it's a nice sometimes treat. Anyway, my goal is that I will pick up a bottle of it every time I go to Japan, which probably won't be often enough, but I did pick up one last time I was there a few weeks ago, but that was as a gift because I am a kind and loving soul. A gift for someone else, that is. Oh, really? And I couldn't just die. I had to go tumbling to my death. Which is almost as indefensible as the pun in the title of this stage. So anyway, that is my treatise on gin. Treatise on gin for this episode. So watch for it. Kino B. If you ever find it, grab it. If you can find a bottle for less than $50, congratulations. Definitely grab that. Oh! I have issues with this video game. But I have been streaming for 20 minutes now, so that's good. If you've just joined in, hi, I'm Jeremy Parrish, and for some stupid, idiotic reason, I'm playing Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Third Kind. Herp derp. Because there was a new Bubsy game announced recently, like last week. Someone has dredged the name Accolade up from the grave, and unfortunately Bubsy came with it. Oh look, I got an extra life. I can prolong my suffering. So yeah, this is the Genesis version because I wasn't able to get a Super NES version of it working in time for the stream. I thought about like express rush ordering one from eBay, but then I thought, you know what? This is Bubsy. So I don't know. The Super NES version of Bubsy, I think, was the original version, the original SKU, if you want to be like that. Why are those flowers dancing? And so the Super NES version is, I think, generally regarded as superior for whatever that counts for. So I think, you know, playing the worst version of Bubsy is, there's a certain chemistry, not chemistry, poetry, yes. A certain poetry to that. This probably isn't even the worst version. There's probably a port out there that's crummier, like for Game.com or something. No, not you. Alright. And I do have the sound turned down here, so I don't have to listen to his constant voice jabber. And that's nice. That's the way to play. I'm sorry if you guys watching on... Oh! Really? Watching on the stream can hear his voices. And crap, I've totally forgotten who is designing the new Bubsy game, but it was someone who's done good work before, and whose work people don't hate. So, oh right, it's the Black Forest Games, I believe, who did the Gianna Sister reboot. Not reboot, yeah, the reboot. I guess you could call it that. Gianna Sisters DS, and then... somehow I survived that. And then the Kickstarted Gianna games, and all of those are considered pretty good. So maybe they will take this... What? No. You monster. Maybe they will take this turd of a game and polish it into a shiny coprolite. Which is still a turd, but it's a pretty turd. Precision platforming? What could possibly go wrong? Sorry. What could possibly go wrong? That's better. Oh, and it's still a dead end, so I have to do precision platforming back. Because that's what Bubsy is best at. Alright. Moving ahead. It's those stupid gunball things. Why does Tom Servo hate me? Hey look, there's a guy walking. How weird. I thought they just stood around. Huh. What a radical video game innovation. Are there any bad guys besides the birds and the... What are those guys called? They're probably called like woolies or something, right? The yarn is their eggs. Bubsy is stealing their babies. Is this a boss? Oh, I don't like this. Wow. That seems fun. Alright, well this is probably about as far as the stream is going to make it. Because this boss battle seems like some big BS. Can I jump on top of those things to kill them? Oh. Huh. That was easier than it should have been. I will say this about the people making the new Bubsy game. They did at least have the sense not to try to kickstart it. Because I think they realized no one's going to go for that. There we go. Hooray, boss is down. I just saw someone peace out. It was fun, Jeremy, but I just can't stand this game at all. I understand. I will consider taking back my $2 Patreon donation if you do Bubsy's voice again. Man! You guys are harsh. Oh, look, a password! McBurlin. I think that's the first McDonald's in Germany, the McBurlin. I think it's time to pause and suffer a little less. What's up, stream chat? Scott Johnson says, can Bubsy be successful due to overwhelming negative attention in gaming press? I mean... maybe? Let's see. I'm going to scroll back up a bit. Okay, yeah, the Lupine one says the developers of the new Bubsy are the devs who did the Gianna Sisters reboot. Maybe there's hope. Christopher Raza says one of Accolade's final games with a PC vehicle FPS called Redline that was actually pretty cool all around, but of course they won't bring that back. Are there checkpoints at least? Yes, there are checkpoints here. Let's see. James Fletcher says, isn't there a Game Boy port? I know Bubsy 2 is on Game Boy, but I don't really want to touch that until I absolutely have to. Flemish Dog says there's a Japanese port of this, and I can only imagine what he sounds like in Japanese. Maybe he doesn't say anything. That would be the superior version of this game. Let's see. I'm Bobinator 1992 says, I'm sad you're not playing the Windows 95 version, which is basically this with HD graphics. That's, wow, that's terrible. Okay. Let's see. Aaron Chato says, is the pause button in the instruction manual spelled pause, P-A-W-S? I don't know. I do not have access to the instruction manual because I am not playing this in a complete boxed version because I am just not that crazy. Oh, wow, I asked for different enemies and now there's a hot dog. Yes, the natural enemy of the bobcat. So I'm wondering if Bubsy the bobcat is some sort of weird sideways reference to Bub and Bob from Bubble Bobble, or if it's just coincidence. I'm aspiring to reference a better game, perhaps? Wait, those guys are up there and there's nothing up here? Come on. Come on. That is just some crummy game design. Why? Why put enemies up there and then not give anyone a reward for exploring? Did the bad guys have, like, clown afros before, or is that a thing unique to the circus stages? I will at least give them points for, mystery platform. Come back, my friend. Okay, so now I have the black shirt. I'm gonna go hack. Password is swordfish. I'm in. These eggs make me think of that one weird spot in the Meridia zone of Super Metroid, where there's like alien eggs that you can destroy, which seems really random. But I realized when I was breaking the game apart and analyzing it that when you first encounter those eggs, you have to shoot them one at a time, and then on your way back from beating the boss, you now have the plasma beam, which pierces things, so a single shot takes out all the eggs. And I never realized that until I, sat down and really thought about it. That's kind of a cool little touch to, just sort of give you this random environmental detail that lets you experiment with your new power, or if not experiment, then it shows off your new power for you. What is that? Isn't that Phil Kohler's new his new Twitter avatar? That orange thing with the face? My God, Phil Kohler is a background character in Bubsy. Who knew? That's the polygon difference. Oh no, something bad happened. But I guess not. This is like that part in Final Fantasy VII where you have to go up and down. Oh, I see. There we go. Someone left an old shoe. I think that means they're selling marijuana. Anyway, the part in Final Fantasy VII where you go up and down roller coasters, which is, like many things in Final Fantasy VII, very random. Whoa, did I just see some sort of flying car thing? What is that? Is that dangerous? Can I jump in it? You never know in this game. It could be a cool opportunity, it could be death. And it's a cool opportunity for a white shirt. Hooray! Bubsy has a t-shirt. Yeah, okay. This is kind of dragging. Alright, let's go. So what time is it? Wow, I'm half— oh, no! Oof. Whoa, that's the cheese that they were discussing. I see. Oh. Actually, there weren't any wheels of cheese in the level that was named for wheels of cheese, were there? And there is a turd in the background. That explains a lot. And also, this is actually remarkably reminiscent, this Peapod, of the way right-wing editorial cartoonists draw Donald Trump. Very heroic and manly. So maybe we can pretend that's a Donald Trump reference from the future. I just jumped off a wheel of cheese. It was like playing Skyrim. Oh, I can't get in the door that way. Time to go this way. Boy, these levels sure do go on for a while, huh? Yes, indeed. I could sure use a continue point from here. That's not it. Is that it? That was my entire reward for going up that tedious pile of platforms. Man, I gotta talk to the people who design these levels about value and resource management. Whatever. Let's fly. Is that a firework? Great. It's probably fatal if I touch. Oh no. That was... Oh, what? What? Fair conditioning. Oh man, I'm all the way back at the rocket ships. Good lord. Oh, 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 oh. And now I'm back with the turds. And the House of Cheese. And I'm sure the... Is that a box of tacks? That's not cool. Alright, so somehow I have to make it across here. Oh, pfft. What the hell? How did I fly through that? Okay, because I hit it kind of vaguely from the side. Of all the places to have extremely accurate collision detection, why there? Cool. I died from a projectile that I couldn't see. It's everyone's favorite game design choice. The off-screen death. There we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Suck on that. Let's fly in a magic rocket ship again, shall we? No, come back! There's probably something very important about these red circle orb things. But I don't know what it is because I don't have the instructions. That's right. Flying without a net. Oh, not one of these again. Nope. Oh, bad times. Alright, well, that was great. Glad we could share that experience together. If you're just tuning in, hi. I'm sorry that I'm playing Bubsy right now. Normally I play better games on my Nintendo and Ginesis streams, but just this once I thought I would mark the occasion of a bad game getting rebooted for the modern era. So here we are with Bubsy the Bobcat. Bubsy in Claws Encounters of the Furred Kind. Steven Spielberg sued. My name is Jeremy Parrish, and... come on. And I'm angry at this game. So, yeah, I'm playing this game, and I only have 3 lives left, and no more continues. So, I don't know what's gonna happen. I might play more of this game. I might just start over and let everyone suffer with me into the future. Alright, let's see. Okay, well, I skipped right ahead to the end of the stage. That is good times. Oh, he's so happy. He's the only one. Alright, it's time to pause again. Look at his fur poof out. I'm sure I'm going to die that way, somehow. Let's see what people are saying. No one's really talking about E3. That's surprising. Oh, what was that I just saw? Flemish Dog. This level is not fair. James Fletcher says, honestly, it would be amazing if you could get a Bubsy dev on Retronauts. After this stream, there's no way a Bubsy dev would come on to our show. Paul S. says, the sad thing is you can see real ambition here, but the level design is just bad. Yep, that is correct. Oh, okay. The The red orbs, Raymond Gallant says they're plus 50 yarn balls. They're basically coins, big coins. 500 yarn balls equals a 1-up. My God. Oh, there's an E3. What do I think of Wargroom, says Seldom, considering Nintendo will never make another Advance Wars game. Thanks again to Fire Emblem and all its waifus. I'm not really that big a fan of Advance Wars, so I'm not super stoked about Warframe, or whatever it's called. Wargroove, that's it. I'm sure it will be pretty good. I don't see why not. Everyone else seems stoked about it, but Advance War really bugs me because I feel like every level is prescribed. There's basically a way to win that the developers sat down and had in mind. Oh, come on. And you have to play through Advance War stages exactly the way that you are meant to, or else you cannot win. Was I supposed to be able to ride on those carts? I think I was, but when I jump up to them, they drive away. That's lame. Come back, my checkered friend. Actually, that's not checkers. What is that design? Feels like someone was just had their very first 3D modeling session. And they took some of the textures from the checkerboard textures from their amateur 3D development rendering project and stuck them on these platforms. And that was the beginning of Bubsy 3D. I feel like the next Bubsy game will have some interest just because of Ulililil, I can't remember the guy's name, Ulililaz, his really obsessive, 500 hours of playthrough of Bubsy 3D. I cannot imagine spending that much time on that video game. But that's what makes the internet so beautiful. Everyone has their priorities and... Whoa, what the hell? Seafood? Everyone has different... Oh, look! I need that. Everyone on the internet has different priorities, and so whole pantheon of things becomes explored. I mean, for my part, I'm really interested in dredging up obscure Game Boy games, and good things happen sometimes. Someone saw the video that I produced of a Japanese dungeon crawler called Ayakashi no Shiro, and said, hey, he seems to think this is an interesting game, and I am intrigued, so I will give it an English fan translation. And that just came out. Oh, how do I get that? Not that I really want to continue, but I feel like I should. Somewhere there is a door. A path into that continue spot. What the hell? Alright, so I can see the continue, but I ain't gonna get it. I can see how this is gonna go. Anyway, so check out, there's a post on retronauts.com today about Domon's Revenge, the English fan translated name for Ayakashi no Shiro, that is now available to play in English. If you do not speak Japanese, you can play the English version. Alright, there we go. Are you freaking kidding me? And that was the Bubsy experience in a nutshell. Alright, so I'm going to pause here. You guys tell me what I should do next, because I don't know if I have it in me to play more Bubsy from the beginning. Let's see, Routout13 says Mario plus Rabbids looks like Mario XCOM, and that's neat. That's really interesting. Paul S. wants me to do a Genesis of Awesome Possum. Excuse me, you didn't use the full name. It's Awesome Possum Kicks Dr. Machino's Butt. Thank you. Anyway. Someone says, send Bubsy back to hell. Bruno Alves says, Castlevania 3D. I've already played enough of that, and I'm not going to be able to beat the stage that was holding me up. Play Bubsy 3D, says Dr. Groove. Unfortunately, my PS1 is not hooked up to be able to play games right now, to stream games. Someone said, is that the sound of a Mega Drive controller through a TV screen? I don't know. Oh, there's level select codes. Okay. People keep saying play Bubsy 3D. I can't do that. It's actually physically impossible for me to do that. So I will not do that. But please, someone tell me what the level code is. Actually, I'll try looking it up. Let's see if I can find Bubsy. Oops, I misspelled it. Level select. Yeah, I'm not too proud to cheat. That's why God gave us cheat codes. Okay, here we are. Game facts. Codes. Oh boy, look at that. So... Oh, control pad 2. I only have one controller. Ah. Okay, well... I'm just gonna keep playing this. I'll start over from the beginning. Let's try to do a speed run of Bubsy. Yeah. Cheese Wheels of Doom. Were there any cheese wheels in the stage? I say there were not. But there were cheese wheels in a stage that did not have cheese wheels in its title. So, what's up with that? Alright. I actually am inherently incapable of speed... Oh! I am inherently incapable of speedrunning anything. It's just my nature to be meticulous when I play video games. So, also this game doesn't really seem to lend itself to quick play. Like if I just run, I'll run into a bad guy. If I jump, I will jump into a bad guy. So, basically, it's all a lie and everything sucks. I'm going to skip that down there because we've already seen that and it sucks. I think that's going to be the theme of this, the remainder of this stream. We've seen it and it sucks. But I do take issue with the person who said in the stream that this is not a bad video game. This actually is a bad video game. Playing it now has definitely reinforced that. I thought maybe I was just being impatient as a kid. No. But no, it's actually not well done. Okay, that was weird. So there's a manhole and another manhole. And I think there was a third one, wasn't there? But there's also like a bird or something. Something terrible, crappy, hateful. Yes. Alright. Time for Bubsy to jump. Worm. And I got the continue. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. What a lucky day this is for everyone. Oh, and I jumped into an enemy I couldn't see. Because good game design. Whoa, it's Benny the Cab. What the hell is he doing here? Whoa, and into the water. Right, that was a bad idea. I won't do that again. Tomorrow I will definitely play a better video game. I think I know what that will be, too. I have one coming in the mail. And it should be delivered today. In fact, I just saw the postman drive past. So it should be in my mailbox pretty soon. And if that works out, that'll be good. And you won't hate that. It will be in another language. It's an import game. But it will be good. Am I here at the end? I am here at the end. feel like Bubsy should have more animations. Alright, let's see what kind of idle animations Bubsy has. Come on, Bubsy. Knock us out. Sonic already did that one. Whoa, creepy face. Is that it? Ah! Okay, that's enough. Let's get the hell out of here. Jesse Eubanks says this game is tragic. And I see people in the stream are confusing Zoop and Zool, and that's totally understandable. Rowtow13 said that Nintendo will probably show a game for which I can play an older sequel, and that is correct. I was really counting on playing Super Mario Sunshine this week. Because, you know, Mario Odyssey is coming out, and Super Mario Sunshine is basically, or Super Mario, yeah, the most immediate precursor to Odyssey, an open-world 3D platformer Mario game. But unfortunately, I sat down and assembled my GameCube setup, and every step I take with this stupid system, there's always one complication. So I'm not going to be able to stream GameCube this week. I am trying to find a cable that I need for it so I can do the stream. Someone donated the very expensive GameCube component cables to me, which was incredibly nice. And then I purchased a converter box to turn component video into RGB video. Then I sat down and plugged that in, and it turns out that the converter only outputs in S-card, European S-card, and my connections are all JP21 RGB, which is just one of those really arcane, annoying things about doing all this high-end, high-definition setup stuff. It's like all the cables fit into each other, but the wiring is different. So I need a cable that will be JP21 on one end and Euro S-card on the other, or a converter from one to the other. It's ridiculous. It's garbage. Like, why am I doing this to myself? But once I get that set up, I will stream Super Mario Sunshine. I swear to God. We'll be doing a Retronauts episode on it, recording it in a month and a half, and then posting it sometime before Odyssey launches. So I'm looking forward to revisiting Sunshine, because I remember liking it. It seems to be kind of a controversial entry into the Mario series, but I'm actually a fan. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. I appreciated the fact that there were certain stages that attempted to kind of go back to the roots of Mario, and I liked the sort of meticulous clean the stage approach, and so on and so forth. Anyway, can't play it this week, so maybe I'll play Mario 64 instead. Thinking maybe there will be new announcements that moot that, and I can play other things instead. Making progress here. There's only about 5 minutes left in the stream though, so I don't think I'm going to get further than I was before. Oh, I see an extra life. Well, I'm doing a lot better this time around, now that I've learned all the BS that this game throws at you. I have 9 lives still, and to continue. By cracky! I don't want to go over here. That's crappy. Nope. Let's go. Oh no, Bubsy! Oh, look, he's got a little Cap'n Crunch hat. Actually, now that I think about it, Mario 64 would be a very good game to play this month, because this month is the 20th anniversary of the launch of the N64 in Japan. Good God, how is that 20 years old? So yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's what I'll stream Wednesday, shall we say. Suck on that, birdie. Oh, I missed out on another one-up. Oh wait, why didn't I use the continue code? I had a password I could have used. God dang it. McBerlin.
More like a bridge too short.
Oh yeah, I see a question like, why don't I emulate games? I don't know, I just don't really like emulating games. I've gone to a lot of trouble to set up original hardware and don't actually have the ability to stream emulators for my setup. So everything that I play is limited to the systems that I have hooked up to my RGB television and setup and so on and so forth, which is a pretty good spread. I've got Super NES, Genesis, NES, and actually it's a Analog NT Mini, so it's capable of playing like a ton of different 8-bit systems. What else is here? Dreamcast. I need to get some Dreamcast games to stream. N64. I have a PlayStation that I need to assemble. I had it customized, board modded, so I can work with that. I have a PC Engine that was modded for RGB, and that needs to be fixed up too. It was kind of badly customized. So Dreamcast, NES, GameCube once I get the cables for that, Super NES, N64, Genesis, PlayStation. That's a pretty good spread, I would say. And that includes, you know, like Super Game Boy on Super NES, and Famicom Disk System and Famicom on NES. And what else? If I ever pick up a Sega CD or a 32X, I could stream those too. So there's a pretty good range of possibilities. I just need to get everything finished, but it's very complicated to do this, you know? Like, these systems, they all require custom cables, and it's just a big pain in the ass. It's been so expensive. So expensive. So I only have so much money. Anyway, but yes, I do intend to make use of all of these, not just Nintendo systems. Like I said, I need to pick up some Dreamcast games, because I'm really proud that I have this. The Dreamcast was donated by, I can't remember who, but someone very kind and generous. And then I picked up a converter for that so it can stream RGB. It's going to be great once I get that running. I checked it out briefly the other day. It's really good. I'm going to do a Dreamcast video soon, even if I don't do streams. So yes, the Sega accompaniment to Game Boy works and NES works, although it will not be a chronological series on Sega games because those already exist. There's Generation 16. You don't need me to add to the noise, but I will pick out some interesting games from time to time. Oh, also I have an Atari Lynx that I can... It's been modded for VGA output. How's that for crazy? Alright, so what time is it? Okay, it's like 2 minutes to 6 here on the East Coast of America. So I think I'm going to call it a day soon, but look at all that Bubsy that's been happening. By God, I sure am glad that I have alcohol here. This game, it just ain't good. It's not, you know, the worst game ever, but definitely feels like, okay, so yeah, those guys did not have clown hair in previous stages. Yeah. But there are definitely a lot of issues with this game. So I'm happy to have revisited it. I'm happy to say that I do not need to play it again. I've revisited it with my adult perception, my refined game critic perception. Are you frickin' kidding me? Again. And I can declare this game not actually that great. So, I think that wraps it up. Yeah, that's enough Bubsy. Alright, so I'm calling it a day. I'm just gonna let him stick his butt in the air for a while. He's twerking, as a bobcat often does. Thanks for watching. This stream had far more concurrence than I think really Bubsy deserves. So I appreciate everyone coming to watch this terrible game and listening to me jabber for quite a while as I played. Please enjoy cool things happening during E3. Look forward to a stream tomorrow for a game that I think will be much better, much more down your alley, certainly more down mine, unless it doesn't arrive in the mail, but we're hoping it does. Thanks again. That's all. Good night. Goodbye. Go check out today's episode of Retronauts because it's pretty good, and look forward to a new NES Works video tomorrow because that is about a game that is not very good. And isn't variety the spice of life? It is indeed.